Hello friends, welcome to this video. So in this video we'll look at a method of group by where you can actually group multiple users based upon a category. So let's suppose the users below this age will be categorized young, below above this age will be categorized old. So inside JavaScript we do now have a method of group by. You can categorize users based upon their some properties. So we have this set of users right here if you see on your screen. So we have these users, set of users which have three properties: name, age, country, and we have multiple users right here. So we will be looking at this age property, and depending upon this age property we will categorize these users into three categories: young, old, and senior. So now to categorize them we will simply create a new variable, new users, and inside that we will put the array name which is users, and this is actually the method which is group by. If you don't know about this method, group by is actually a new method which is supported in almost every browser, which is used to categorize users, grouping users. And inside this it takes the two arguments. First of all, the actual uh, so here we will simply pass the first argument as the actual array that we want to categorize. So this is actually the first argument, and the second argument is actually the callback function. So here we will have the actual user. So this is actually a callback function. Inside this we are simply passing the user which we are working upon. So one by one all these users will be passed to this callback function. So we have this user object right here available to us. So now we can console log it, this user property. So it is saying that users, this is actually the function, I think, group by function. Yeah. So here we need to, depending upon a condition, we need to have a return statement. So it actually returns the, so here we will simply check the age property. If the age is greater than 30, then in that case we will categorize it to young. We'll use a ternary operator right here. Or if the age is greater than 30, then we will simply say it's old. So we are simply using the ternary operator, and after that we can console log the new users. So it is saying that users group by is not a function. Just wait, let me see. I think I made a typo mistake right here. This needs to be object, sorry, because we are grouping by objects. Sorry, this needs to be object, not this. Object dot group by, this is actual method. So after you do this, so this is actually, go to console, you will get an object. So you will actually see two categories have been updated. We have the actual object which contains old and young. So based upon the condition that we put, the age must be greater than 30 of all those users must be categorized as old, and if those users are smaller than 30 then it's young. So let me change this condition to smaller than 30. So if the current age of user is smaller than 30, then it will be labeled as young. If the age is greater than 30, then it will be labeled as old. So based upon this data that we provided, we have 9 old users and 2 young users. If you check the ages right here of these two users, it's 22 and 27. So now these are categorized because we have put this condition that they must be smaller than 30. So now these are categorized as young users, and all these other users, if you check the ages, you will see it's greater than or equal to 30. So 30, 35, 34, 32, 38, 36, 40, 45, 50. So in this way you can categorize your array into multiple categories using this function which is object.groupBy. And if you want to categorize into multiple categories, you can use, instead of ternary operator, you can use a if condition. So here again you will simply say user age, if it's smaller than or equal to 25, then we will return young young boy, and else if we will have another condition, user age is smaller than or equal to 30, then we will return young. Else if again another condition, if user age, then we will simply say adult, and then else we will return. So now we have four conditions. If the age is smaller than 25 or equal to 25, then it's young boy, and if the age is greater than or equal to 30, then it's young. If smaller than or equal to 40, it's adult, and then it is senior. So now if it has divided the data into four categories, if you see, adult is 6 people, young is 2, young boy no, and senior is 2. And senior, if you see, it's greater than age 40, so 45 and 50, they are categorized into senior people. Young boy is only one people, which is 22. You can see young boy is categorized if the age is smaller than 25, so it is 22, so you can see it is categorized. Then we have the young people, which is the ages, if you see, 27, 30, and then the adult, which is greater than 30, smaller than 35. So 35, 34, 32, 38, 36, 40. So this is comes under adult. So if the user age is, so in this way, guys, you can categorize your data into multiple categories using this group by function inside JavaScript. So it applies to an array of objects. You can apply this to any data. So thank you very much for watching this video, and do check out my website as well, freemediatools.com, which is a tool-based website which contains, say, open source tools about audio, image, and video. And I will be seeing you in the next video.